If you've ever had a handful of loose change, you might not think twice about the dime sitting in your pocket. But what if I told you that one specific 2005 Roosevelt dime could be worth an incredible amount of money, up to $1 million or more? That's right. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of this rare and potentially life-changing coin. The Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946, and most of them are quite common. The 2005 dimes minted at the Denver Mint are no exception. Typically, these coins are worth just their face value, 10 cents. But as with all collectibles, there are exceptions. What makes this particular dime so special? Let's find out. The value of this dime comes down to a specific type of minting error. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin production process, creating a unique variation. Some errors are minor, but others are so rare that they become highly sought after by collectors. The 2005 Roosevelt dime in question has one of the rarest errors ever found. The error on this dime involves a double strike and misalignment. The coin was struck twice during production, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the design. This means you might see a second, fainter image of Roosevelt's profile or parts of the lettering on the coin. These errors are incredibly rare because the U.S. Mint has rigorous quality control standards, and most flawed coins never make it into circulation. Collectors prize error coins for their rarity and uniqueness. The 2005 dime with this specific error is believed to be one of a kind, or at most, there are only a handful in existence. This rarity drives its value sky high. Reports suggest that this coin could fetch as much as $1 million at auction, depending on its condition and the level of interest from collectors. If you want to check your own coins, here's what to do. Start by looking at any 2005 dimes with a Denver Mint mark, which appears as a small D on the front of the coin near the date. Examine the coin closely under a magnifying glass or with a coin loop. Look for any signs of doubling on Roosevelt's face, the lettering, or the edges of the coin. Also, keep an eye out for any other unusual features, like off-center strikes or missing details. If you think you've found a 2005 dime with this rare error, it's important to have it authenticated by a professional. Reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm whether your coin is the real deal and assign it a grade based on its condition. Once authenticated, you can choose to sell the coin at auction or through a private sale. Even if you don't find $1 million dime, checking your change can still be worth it. Many coins with smaller errors or unusual features can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Learning about coin collecting can turn an everyday hobby into a lucrative pursuit. The 2005 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how something as small as a coin can hold extraordinary value. So the next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look. You might just discover a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and valuable collectibles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Who knows? The next coin we talk about could be sitting in your pocket right now. Have you ever come across a 1984 dime with a P Mint mark? Well, hold on to it because you might be holding a treasure worth $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single dime could make you a millionaire. Let's talk about why this coin is so valuable and how you can identify it. First, let's dive into a bit of history. The 1984 dime was minted in Philadelphia, which is why it carries the P Mint mark. Typically, these dimes aren't rare. In fact, they were produced in the millions. But what makes this one special is a combination of rarity and error. Only a handful of these coins exist with a distinct flaw or unique characteristic, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on one. Now, you might be wondering how to identify if you have this $1 million coin. Start by looking closely at the details. The date and the P Mint mark should be sharp and clear, Pay attention to the surface of the coin and any unique features or errors. Common errors like doubling or misstrikes could add significant value to your coin. The condition of the coin is another major factor. If your dime looks nearly untouched or fresh from the mint, it could fall into a category known as mint state. Coins in mint state condition are far more desirable to collectors and can command astronomical prices at auctions. So, why is this particular 1984p dime worth so much? It's all about rarity. The market for rare coins has been booming, and collectors are willing to pay premium prices for unique pieces of history. The $1.1 million valuation is proof of how sought after this dime has become. If you're curious about selling or evaluating your dime, you'll want to have it authenticated by a professional grading service. Companies like PCGS or NGC specialize in certifying coins and can give you an accurate assessment of its value. Once authenticated, your coin could go to auction, where collectors will bid to own this rare gem. Imagine stumbling upon a dime in your change jar and finding out it's worth a fortune. This story reminds us that valuable treasures can be hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you handle a dime, take a moment to inspect it. Who knows? You could be holding $1 million coin. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on rare coins and collectibles. Leave a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin, or if you think you might have the famous 1984p dime. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins. Imagine holding a dime worth more than $1 million. That's right. A 2015 Roosevelt dime has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts due to its astronomical value of $1.2 million. Let's find out why this little coin is worth so much money. First, let's talk about the background of the 2015 Roosevelt dime. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint in 2015. The D on the coin represents its origin. The Roosevelt dime has been a part of U.S. currency since 1946, introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It's typically made of copper and nickel, with no precious metals involved, making its skyrocketing value even more incredible. Now, what makes this particular 2015 D dime so special? The answer lies in its rarity and unique error. This coin is believed to have been accidentally struck on a silver planchet instead of the usual copper-nickel mix. Silver planchets were not intended for regular coinage in 2015, which makes this an extraordinary error. Errors like these are highly sought after in the numismatic world, as they often represent a one-of-a-kind item. Another reason for its value is its pristine condition. The coin in question was graded MS-68 by a reputable grading service. MS stands for mint state, and 68 is an incredibly high grade. For perspective, a perfect grade is MS-70. Coins in such exceptional condition are rare, especially for modern dimes. This level of preservation significantly increases its worth. Let's take a closer look at how the coin became so valuable. When it was discovered, experts analyzed its composition and authenticated the error. It gained instant recognition among collectors. Auction houses and private collectors began placing competitive bids, driving the price up to its record-breaking $1.2 million mark. The combination of rarity, error, and condition made it a must-have for serious collectors. If you're wondering if you might have a similar coin, here's what to look for. First, check the mint mark. It should have a D for Denver. Next, examine the composition. A silver planchet will stand out due to its color and weight. And finally, if you think you've found one, consider having it professionally graded. Keep in mind, errors like these are extremely rare, so finding one would be like winning the lottery. For collectors, this coin is a dream come true. For everyone else, it's a fascinating example of how even the smallest objects can hold tremendous value. It's a reminder that treasures can be hiding in plain sight, even in your pocket change. Thank you for joining us, as we explored the story of the 2015 D. Roosevelt dime worth $1.2 million. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll see you next time with more stories from the world of collectibles. We're going to dive into one of the most fascinating topics for coin collectors, the 1977 no-mint mark dime, a coin that could be worth a staggering $1.5 million. That's right, $1.5 million. Let's explore why this particular dime is worth so much and how you can identify one. First off, let's talk about what makes the 1977 no-mint mark dime so special. As most of you know, U.S. dimes usually have a mint mark on them. The mint mark is a letter that indicates where the coin was made. Normally, you'd see a D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mint mark at all for coins struck in Philadelphia. But in 1977, something unusual happened. A small number of dimes were struck without a mint mark, and this is where things get interesting. The reason behind the missing mint mark is still a subject of debate. Some experts believe that these dimes were accidentally produced at the Philadelphia Mint and simply left unmarked, while others suggest there could have been an intentional error. Regardless of the reason, the absence of the mint mark makes these dimes incredibly rare, and that rarity drives their value sky high. Now, what makes this coin worth so much money? In the world of coin collecting, rarity is one of the key factors in determining value. Since there are only a small number of 1977 no-mint mark dimes known to exist, they've become highly sought after by serious collectors. The value of one of these coins can range anywhere from a few $100s to over $1 million, depending on its condition. Let's talk about how you can identify a 1977 no-mint mark dime. First, look for a 1977 dime in your collection. It's important to note that the missing mint mark should be in the usual spot, near the date on the coin's obverse side. If there's no mint mark, you've got a potential rarity on your hands. But just having a 1977 dime without a mint mark isn't enough. The condition of the coin is just as important. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition are worth far more than those in circulated condition. A coin that's been well preserved will fetch a much higher price in the market. If you have a 1977 no-mint mark dime in great shape, you could be holding on to a piece of history worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you think you have one of these rare dimes, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service. They'll evaluate the coin's condition and help determine its true value in today's market. To wrap things up, the 1977 no-mint mark dime is an incredible find for collectors and coin enthusiasts. Its rarity, combined with the mystery of its production, makes it one of the most coveted dimes in American history. So, check your coin collection, and if you happen to have one of these elusive dimes, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting coin tips and information. We're diving into an incredibly rare and valuable dime that could make you a fortune. That's right, we're talking about the 2017 D-Mint Mark I dime coin, which is worth a staggering $1.6 million in the market right now. Now, before we get into how you can find this rare coin and potentially make a life-changing amount of money, let's take a look at what makes this dime so special. The 2017 D-Mint Mark I dime is not just any regular coin. It's a result of a unique error, which makes it stand out among the millions of dimes that were minted that year. Most of us are familiar with the standard dimes from 2017. The typical dimes from that year were minted in large numbers, with the D mint mark indicating they were produced at the Denver Mint. However, there was a small batch of dimes that were accidentally struck with a rare and unexpected error. These coins were produced with unusual die conditions, resulting in a distinctive feature that makes them incredibly valuable to collectors. What makes these coins so sought after is the rarity of the mistake. Only a handful of these 2017 D-mint marked dimes are known to exist. As a result, they've gained tremendous value in the market. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these dimes, you could potentially sell it for up to $1.60 million. So, how can you tell if your 2017 D dime is the rare one? There are a few key features you'll want to look for. First, examine the coin closely for any unusual markings or irregularities on the design. It's these subtle differences that set the rare error coins apart from the regular ones. While most of these dimes will look pretty normal at first glance, when inspected carefully, you might spot the subtle differences that could mean big money. If you find one of these error coins, the next step is to get it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service. Authentication is crucial, as it will confirm whether the coin is genuine and whether it has the error that makes it so valuable. Only after authentication can you begin the process of selling it for top dollar. If you're wondering where you might find one of these elusive dimes, the truth is, they're extremely rare. However, if you're a passionate coin collector or just casually checking your spare change, it's always worth taking a second look at your dimes. You never know what treasure might be hiding in your pocket. To wrap up, the 2017 D-Mint Mark I dime coin is a true treasure in the coin collecting world. With its rare error and unique features, it could be worth up to $1.6 million in the right market. So, keep an eye out for these coins, and who knows, you might just stumble upon a jackpot. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more coin-related content, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're diving into an incredible story about a coin that could change your life. A 1999 Roosevelt dime that some claim is worth a staggering $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. A dime worth over $1 million. But what makes this coin so special? Is it real? And how can you tell if you have one in your collection? Stick around because we're about to break it all down. First, let's talk about the 1999 Roosevelt dime. It was minted in Philadelphia, which is indicated by the P mint mark on the coin. Like all Roosevelt dimes, it features Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse side and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. But not every 1999 P dime is worth a fortune. So what makes this one different? This specific dime is said to have a unique error that makes it incredibly valuable. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they're rare. Common errors include missed strikes, off-center strikes, or double dies. However, the 1999 P dime, reportedly worth $1.3 million, has an extremely rare and specific feature that sets it apart from the rest. The most talked about theory involves a minting error where the dime was struck on the wrong planchet. A planchet is the metal disc used to create a coin. If a coin is struck on a planchet meant for a different denomination, such as a quarter or foreign coin, it becomes an extraordinary error piece. These coins are incredibly rare, and their value skyrockets among collectors. Now, why does this coin allegedly carry such a jaw-dropping price tag? The $1.3 million claim likely stems from speculation in the numismatic community. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and demand drive prices. If a coin is one of a kind or part of a very small group of known errors, it can fetch astronomical prices at auctions or private sales. But let's be clear, this price tag doesn't mean every 1999 P dime is worth that much. It's all about having that one unique coin. So, how can you tell if your 1999 P dime is the rare one? First, inspect the coin for any visible errors. Look at the mint mark, the date, and the overall design. Does anything look unusual or out of place? If you suspect your dime might be special, your next step is to have it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations can confirm if your coin is an error and assign it a grade based on its condition, Even if your 1999 p dime doesn't turn out to be the million-dollar rarity, don't be discouraged. Many Roosevelt dimes, especially those in pristine condition or with minor errors, can still be worth more than their face value. Coins are a fascinating and rewarding hobby, and sometimes the thrill of the hunt is just as exciting as the find. But let's address the big question. Is there really a 1999 p Roosevelt dime worth $1.3 million? While the story has captured the imagination of collectors, there's little concrete evidence to back up the claim. As of now, no verified sale or auction of such a coin at this price has been recorded. It's possible that this is an urban legend or a case of exaggerated hype. That said, the world of coins is full of surprises, and new discoveries happen all the time. So, what should you do if you're intrigued by this story? Start by checking your loose change. It might sound unlikely, but rare coins have been found in everyday circulation. Pay close attention to your dimes, especially those from 1999 with the P mint mark. You never know. You might just uncover a hidden treasure. As we wrap up, remember that coin collecting is about more than just money. It's about history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of uncovering something unique. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, stories like the 1999 p dime remind us that sometimes the smallest things can have the biggest impact. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you'll be checking your dimes after this video, where we uncover an exciting coin that could be worth a fortune. We're talking about the 1985 p mint mark Roosevelt dime that has made waves in the numismatic world. Stick around because you won't want to miss how this small coin has gained an astonishing market value of up to $1.4 million. To begin with, let's dive into the history of the Roosevelt dime. Introduced in 1946, this coin honors President Franklin D. Roosevelt and is a cornerstone of American currency. While most dimes from the 1980s are worth their face value, certain coins have become incredibly valuable due to errors, rarity, or unique features. The 1985 p Roosevelt dime is one of these remarkable examples. What makes the 1985 p dime so special? First, the P mint mark signifies that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. While millions of these dimes were struck, collectors have identified rare variations and errors in this year's production. These small details have turned an ordinary dime into a highly sought-after treasure. One of the most valuable variations of the 1985 p dime is the error, where the coin was struck on the wrong planchet. A planchet is the blank metal disc used to make coins. When the dime is struck on a planchet intended for another coin, such as a penny or a foreign coin, it creates a highly desirable error coin. These coins are extremely rare and can fetch extraordinary prices in auctions. Another factor contributing to the value of the 1985 p dime is its condition. Coins in pristine condition, also known as mint state, are far more valuable than those with wear and tear. Grading services like PCGS and NGC can professionally evaluate a coin's condition, and a high grade significantly increases its market value. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping price tag. Why would a dime be worth $1.4 million? It all comes down to supply and demand. Rare coins with unique errors are in high demand among collectors, who are willing to pay a premium to own these one-of-a-kind pieces. In the case of the 1985 p dime, only a handful of these rare variations exist, making them incredibly valuable. If you happen to own a 1985 p dime, take a close look at it. Inspect the details and consider having it professionally graded. You never know, you might be holding on to a small fortune. Before we wrap up, remember that coin collecting is not just about the money. It's a fascinating hobby that connects us to history, art, and craftsmanship. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow enthusiasts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video as we uncover more hidden treasures in the world of numismatics. We're talking about the 2010 D-Mint Mark dime that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single dime valued at over $1 million. The 2010 D dime might look ordinary, but it has an incredible backstory. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark. Typically, dimes from this year are worth their face value, 10 cents, but a few rare specimens have taken the numismatic world by storm. So, why is this dime so special? Reports suggest that a very small number of 2010 D dimes were struck with an error during production. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and depending on the type of error, their value can skyrocket. In this case, experts believe these rare dimes have a unique misprint or die flaw, making them extremely desirable. Now, let's talk numbers. A verified specimen of this dime sold at auction for an astonishing $1.5 million. It's an incredible example of how something so small can hold such massive value. But before you get too excited, it's important to note that these coins are extremely rare. Even seasoned collectors might never come across one. If you're wondering how to identify a valuable 2010 D dime, the key is to look for unusual characteristics. These could include off-center strikes, double designs, or unique textures. If you believe you found one, don't clean it. This can damage the coin and reduce its value. Instead, get it authenticated by a professional grading service. Imagine turning 10 cents into $1.5 million. Stories like this remind us that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. The next time you go through your change, take a closer look. You never know what you might find. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins and collectibles. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and we'll see you in the next video. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically the 1976 no-mint mark Roosevelt dime. This coin has captured the attention of collectors worldwide, and its value has skyrocketed. Imagine holding a dime worth up to $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single dime, originally worth only 10 cents, can now make someone a millionaire. Let's explore why this coin is so valuable, and what you should know about it. The 1976 dime without a mint mark is a unique piece of numismatic history. Most dimes from that year were produced in Philadelphia and carry no mint mark by design. However, there is one particular 1976 no mint mark dime that stands out. It was struck using a proof die intended for a collector's set. Somehow, this special proof coin was accidentally released into circulation. This makes it an error coin, and error coins of this nature are extremely rare. The standard dimes from 1976 have little value beyond face value unless they are in pristine uncirculated condition. But the proof dimes, especially those mistakenly released without the S Mint mark from the San Francisco Mint, are another story entirely. These proof coins are known for their sharp details and mirror-like finishes, setting them apart from regular circulation coins. The value of the 1976 no-mint mark proof dime lies in its rarity. So far, only a small handful have been discovered, and the rarity makes it highly desirable to collectors. This combination of historical significance and scarcity is what drives the price into the millions. One of these coins fetched a staggering $1.6 million at auction, cementing its place in the record books. But how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? First, check the date. Look for a 1976 dime without any mint mark under the year. Most of these proof dimes were released in collector sets, so a no mint mark 1976 dime with a frosted design and mirror-like surface could be the jackpot. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. The value of collectible coins often depends on their condition. If the coin is uncirculated or in pristine proof condition, it will be worth significantly more than a worn-out piece. That's why it's essential to handle coins carefully. Avoid touching them with your bare hands. Use gloves to prevent damage, and store them in protective cases to preserve their condition. So where can you sell a rare coin like this if you happen to find one? Auction houses are the best option for selling high-value coins. Major auction platforms specialize in rare coins and can help you connect with serious collectors. Before selling, consider having the coin authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This adds credibility and ensures you get the best price possible. Remember, the odds of finding a 1976 no-mint mark-proof dime are incredibly slim. But stories like this remind us that treasures can sometimes be hidden in plain sight. Take a moment to check your pocket change, old coin jars, or inherited collections. Who knows what you might discover? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and tips on coin collecting. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin or if you have a favorite piece in your collection. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncovering the story behind the 1977 Roosevelt dime. Yes, you heard it right. A dime that could potentially be worth an astonishing $1.7 million. So let's break it down and explore why this coin is so valuable and what makes it a treasure among collectors. The 1977 Roosevelt dime is a standard 10-cent coin minted at the Denver Mint. At first glance, it looks just like any other dime. It features the familiar portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse side and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. So, what makes this particular dime stand out from the millions of others minted in 1977? Let's find out. First, let's talk about mintage. In 1977, the Denver Mint produced over 388 million Roosevelt dimes. That's a huge number, so finding a 1977 dime in your pocket change is not uncommon. However, it's not the year or the mint mark that makes this coin special. The key lies in its rarity and condition. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin's value can skyrocket if it's in pristine condition or has a unique error. For the 1977 dime, collectors are on the lookout for coins that are in mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear or damage. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare and can fetch a high price. But even among these high-grade coins, there's one that stands above the rest. Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question. Why is this coin valued at $1.7 million? The answer lies in its unique features and provenance. One example of a 1977 dime sold at auction for this jaw-dropping amount because it was a perfect specimen. It had flawless luster, sharp details, and impeccable eye appeal. Coins like this are considered once-in-a-lifetime finds, and collectors are willing to pay a premium to add them to their collections. Another factor that can drive up the value of a 1977 dime is the presence of a mint error. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, or missing elements. While not all 1977 dimes with errors are worth millions, certain rare and dramatic errors can make a significant difference in value. If you come across a 1977 dime with an unusual feature, it's worth having it evaluated by a professional. So, how can you find one of these valuable coins? The good news is that they're out there. Start by checking your pocket change, piggy banks, or old coin collections. Look for a 1977 dime in excellent condition. If you think you've found something special, consider sending it to a reputable grading service for authentication and grading. Before we wrap up, let's recap. The 1977 D. Roosevelt dime may seem ordinary at first, but under the right circumstances, it could be worth a fortune. Whether it's a flawless high-grade example or a unique error coin, these dimes have the potential to be a collector's dream. So, keep your eyes peeled and your change jars close. You never know when you might stumble upon a piece of numismatic history. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1977 D. Roosevelt dime and its incredible value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin in your collection, or if you'd like us to cover another topic in the world of coins and collectibles. We're diving into an incredible story about the 1988 P. Roosevelt dime, a coin that could be worth as much as $1.8 million. That's right, this tiny piece of change has skyrocketed in value, and I'm here to tell you why. First, let's talk about the basics of the 1988 P. Roosevelt dime. This dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is indicated by the P mint mark on the front of the coin, just above the date. Like other dimes, it's made of a copper core with a nickel coating and weighs just 2.27 grams. It was produced in large numbers, so at first glance, it seems like an ordinary coin. But there's one very special version of this dime that has collectors going crazy. The reason this dime is so valuable is because of an extremely rare minting error. Mint errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin production process, and these errors make the coins unique and collectible. For the 1988 P dime, the specific error that makes it worth $1.8 million is believed to involve an incorrect die being used during production, giving the coin unusual characteristics. For example, it may feature double die details, missing elements, or other anomalies. If you're wondering how to spot this rare dime, here are some tips. Start by examining your 1988 P dimes under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look closely at the lettering, the date, and the mint mark. Any signs of doubling or misalignment could mean you've found an error coin. Also, pay attention to the overall finish of the coin. Some error coins have a proof-like appearance or unusual luster. So, how did this coin reach a value of $1.8 million? This price was reportedly achieved at a high-profile auction where a perfect condition error coin was sold. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect score. The $1.8 million 1988 P dime likely had a top-tier grade and a highly desirable error, making it one of a kind. Remember, the value of any coin depends on its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. If you think you've found a valuable 1988 P dime, it's crucial to handle it with care. Use gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints, and store the coin in a protective case. Next, consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This will confirm its authenticity and provide a certified grade, which can significantly increase its market value. The 1988 P. Roosevelt dime is a reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a jar of spare change, it's worth taking a closer look. Who knows? You might be holding a piece of numismatic history worth millions. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content about valuable coins and collectibles. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're inspired to start searching. We're diving into an extraordinary discovery in the world of coin collecting. Did you know there's a 1975 no-mint mark Roosevelt dime that's worth a staggering $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. This tiny dime could make you a millionaire. The story behind this rare coin is fascinating. In 1975, the United States Mint was preparing coins for the upcoming bicentennial celebration in 1976. During this period, the Philadelphia Mint produced dimes without a mint mark, which is normal. However, what makes this particular 1975 dime stand out is that it doesn't have the S mint mark that should have been present if it was struck at the San Francisco Mint as part of a proof set. Here's what happened. Proof coins, like this dime, are specially made for collectors. They're struck multiple times with polished dies, resulting in sharp details and a mirror-like finish. In 1975, proof dimes were struck at the San Francisco Mint, and they were supposed to have the S mint mark. But for some unknown reason, a small batch of these proof dimes was struck without the mint mark. Only a few of these error coins are known to exist, making them incredibly valuable. One of these rare dimes was sold at auction for an unbelievable $1 million. That's life-changing money for a coin you might not even think twice about. So why is it so valuable? The answer lies in its rarity. Only a couple of these 1975 NOS dimes have ever been discovered. When it comes to coin collecting, rarity drives value. The fewer examples of a coin that exist, the more collectors are willing to pay to own one. Now, you might be wondering how you can identify this dime. First, it's important to know that these coins are proof coins, meaning they were never intended for circulation. They have a mirror-like finish and incredibly sharp details. If you come across a 1975 dime with no mint mark, it's essential to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. They can verify whether it's one of the rare proof dimes or just a regular 1975 Philadelphia dime, which would not be worth as much. So, how do you get your hands on one? It's not easy. Most of these coins were originally sold in proof sets, and collectors who purchased them likely didn't realize they had something so special. Some may still be sitting in unopened proof sets, waiting to be discovered. If you're a coin collector or someone who loves treasure hunts, searching for these rare coins can be an exciting adventure. Keep in mind, the value of this coin isn't just about the money. It's also a piece of history. It tells a story about the mint's processes and the incredible attention to detail that coin collectors have. Owning a coin like this is like holding a piece of the past in your hands. Before you go digging through your coin collection, remember that there are countless other valuable coins out there. Take the time to learn about rare coins and what makes them special. Who knows? You might already have a hidden gem in your collection. That's all for today's video. If you found this information helpful, or if you're inspired to start your own coin hunt, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Share this video with friends who might have a coin collection sitting around, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. We're going to talk about one of the most fascinating topics for coin collectors: the 1968 D mint mark dimes. These seemingly ordinary dimes are worth far more than their face value. Some of these coins are selling for a jaw-dropping $1 million. So, if you're a coin collector or just curious about rare coins, stick around. This is something you don't want to miss. Let's start with the basics. The 1968 D dime was minted by the U.S. Mint, and it features Franklin D. Roosevelt, who became the 32nd President of the United States. It's made of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, with a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. But here's where things get really interesting. Some 1968 D dimes have rare characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. Now, you might be wondering what exactly makes these dimes worth over $1 million. Well, it all comes down to a couple of factors: errors in minting, scarcity, and demand. The most well-known reason for a 1968 D dime's high value is a rare minting error that took place during production. Some dimes from the 1968 D batch were struck with a double die error. This means that the coin's design was imprinted twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the date, the mint mark, and sometimes even parts of Roosevelt's portrait. These errors are extremely rare, and are the reason why some of these dimes can sell for incredible amounts at auctions. Another factor is the sheer rarity of these coins. The 1968 D dime wasn't a particularly low mintage coin, but finding one in perfect condition, especially with the double die error, is nearly impossible. Most of these dimes are worn, damaged, or too faint to be classified as valuable. But for those who can find a perfect example of the error, it can be worth a small fortune. As with all rare coins, condition is key. Coins that are in uncirculated or near mint condition fetch the highest prices. If you find a 1968 D dime with a double die error and it's in pristine condition, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Lastly, the high value comes down to market demand. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for rare and valuable coins, especially those that have an interesting backstory, like the 1968 D double die error. With so many collectors and investors interested in rare coins, prices continue to rise as the supply becomes even more limited. So, how can you spot a 1968 D double die dime? It's all about looking for signs of the double design. The most noticeable doubling can be found on the date. Look closely at the number 1968, and you should be able to see a slight overlap or doubling effect on the digits. The mint mark, D, also tends to show this doubling, so check it carefully. It's worth noting that the doubling is usually subtle, so you'll need a good magnifying glass or microscope to see it clearly. If you think you have a 1968 D double die dime, your next question is probably, where can you sell it? Well, the first thing you should do is get the coin professionally graded. This will ensure that potential buyers know the true value of the coin. Then, you can either sell it through a reputable coin dealer at an auction or online through platforms like eBay. Just remember to be careful, as there are counterfeit coins out there, and you want to make sure your rare dime is in the hands of a trusted buyer. To wrap things up, the 1968 D double die dime is a perfect example of how a small error can make a coin worth millions. So, if you have any old dimes lying around, it's worth taking a closer look to see if you stumbled upon a rare treasure. Who knows? You could be sitting on a coin worth far more than you ever expected. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome content on rare coins and collectibles. We're diving into the exciting world of rare coins, specifically the 2023 D Mint Mark 1 dime coins. These coins, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, are drawing attention from collectors and investors alike, and you'll soon see why they are worth so much more than their face value. First off, let's talk about the mint mark itself. Every U.S. coin has a mint mark, which indicates where it was made. The P mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most famous mints in the country. But what makes these particular dimes so special? The 2023 D Mint Mark 1 dime coin features the iconic Franklin D. Roosevelt design, which has been on the dime since 1946. The coin's reverse displays a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of unity, peace, and strength. But it's the unique characteristics of the 2023 issue that have caused a stir among collectors. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value. The market for rare coins has skyrocketed in recent years, with certain dimes being worth far more than their original face value. Some 2023 D Mint Mark dimes have been selling for over $1 million at auctions, depending on their condition, rarity, and any potential errors in minting. So, what exactly makes these coins so valuable? For starters, coins with minting errors or exceptional quality often fetch higher prices. A dime with a rare double die error or one in perfect uncirculated condition could be worth tens of thousands, if not more. And then, there's the fact that some collectors are simply looking for these specific 2023 coins to complete their collections. In addition to minting errors, the overall demand for certain coins has increased dramatically. With the rise of coin collecting communities, more people are willing to pay top dollar for rare finds. And that's where the 2023 P-Mint Mark dimes come in. Now, if you have a 2023 P-Mint Mark 1 dime in your pocket, how can you know if it's worth more than a dime? First, look for any distinguishing features or errors. If your coin is in pristine condition or has a rare minting flaw, you might just have a valuable piece of history on your hands. To determine the exact value, you'll need to consult with a coin expert or take the coin to a reputable dealer or auction house. Many experts recommend getting coins professionally graded to determine their authenticity and condition. Once graded, the value of your dime could be anywhere from a few dollars to a staggering $1.2 million or more, depending on its uniqueness and demand. Remember, the key to valuable coins is rarity, condition, and demand. So, if you come across a 2023 P-Mint Mark dime, it could very well be worth far more than you think. That's it for today's video on the 2023 P-Mint Mark 1 dime coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their market value, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're diving into one of the most exciting and valuable coins that you might just have sitting in your change jar, the 2012 P-Mint Mark 1 dime coin. This little dime could be worth a whopping $1.30 million. Now, I know what you're thinking. A dime? Worth $1 million? Is that even possible? Well, believe it or not, it absolutely is. But before you rush to check your pockets, let's break down exactly what makes this coin so valuable. First off, let's talk about the 2012 P-Mint Mark 1 dime. Typically, dimes are worth just 10 cents, right? Well, in most cases, that's true. But the 2012 P-Mint Mark dimes that are worth huge amounts of money aren't your average dimes. These are special, rare versions that were released by the U.S. Mint but were initially believed to be nothing more than regular coins. It wasn't until collectors and experts started paying attention that they realized these coins were unique. So, what makes the 2012 P-Mint Mark dime stand out? It all comes down to a crucial mistake made during the minting process. Some of these dimes were struck with a certain type of error, making them far rarer than your standard dime. These errors are known as die errors, and they can happen during the minting process when a coin is struck with a worn or damaged die. In the case of the 2012 P-Mint Mark dimes, some were minted with a double die, which means that the design on the coin was imprinted multiple times, giving it a doubled effect. This doubling can be seen clearly in the coin's details, such as the lettering and date. If you happen to find one of these coins with the right kind of error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Now, let's talk about the big numbers. In recent years, these rare 2012 P-Mint Mark dimes have been sold for astonishing amounts at auctions. The highest price ever paid for one of these coins? A staggering $1.3 million. That's right, $1.3 million for a single dime. It's a price tag that most of us could only dream of. But what makes these coins so valuable? The rarity, the error, and the fact that they are in excellent condition. The fewer the errors, the higher the value, and these coins are in some of the best shape you can find. Now, you might be wondering, how do you spot a 2012 P-Mint Mark dime that could be worth this kind of money? First, you need to look at the mint mark. Dimes minted in 2012 that were made at the Philadelphia Mint will have the P mint mark located just above the D in dime on the reverse side. Next, carefully examine the coin for any signs of doubling in the design. If the letters in Liberty or In God We Trust appear to be doubled, you may have a valuable error coin on your hands. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare dimes, Be sure to have it professionally graded by a coin expert. Coin grading is important because it determines the coin's condition, which directly impacts its value. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. So what's the takeaway here? The 2012 P Mint Mark I dime coin is not just a small piece of change. It could be worth millions. If you find one of these rare error coins, don't just spend it. Take it to a professional and get it appraised because you might have a hidden treasure. That's all for today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a coin discovery that could change your life. We're diving into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in the world of numismatics, the 2021 P Mint Mark I dime. Yes, you heard it right. A single dime that could be worth a staggering $1.4 million. Now, before we get into the specifics of this incredible coin and its value, let's first talk about the basics. The US dime, one of the most common coins in circulation, typically holds a face value of just 10 cents. But not all dimes are created equal, and this particular one from the 2021 series is making headlines because of its rarity and extraordinary potential value. So, what makes this dime so special? It all comes down to a combination of factors that make it highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. First, let's address the mint mark. The 2021 P Mint Mark dime is not your ordinary dime. It was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and certain specimens were struck with a unique error that drastically increases their worth. This coin is part of a series of dimes that were minted with a rare design flaw, making them incredibly valuable. When we talk about a $1.4 million coin, it's not just the design or the minting process that we're focusing on. It's the condition and the rarity of these coins. While the 2021 P Mint Mark dimes are relatively new, some have surfaced in exceptional condition, earning them top dollar in the market. The value of these rare dimes is determined by several factors. First and foremost is their rarity. Only a handful of these error coins were ever released into circulation, and most have already been snatched up by avid collectors. This rarity gives the coin immense value on the secondary market. Next up is condition. The higher the grade, the higher the price. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect specimen. If you happen to come across a 2021 P Mint Mark dime in pristine condition, especially if it has the error that makes it unique, you could be holding on to a small fortune. As we mentioned earlier, some of these coins have been known to sell for as much as $1.4 million, making them a potential goldmine for the right buyer. That's a huge sum for a coin that was originally worth just 10 cents. So, how can you spot a 2021 P Mint Mark dime that could be worth such a massive amount? Well, it's not always easy. Error coins are often hard to identify with the naked eye, but with the right knowledge, you can spot the differences. Look for any signs of misstrikes, doubled lettering, or other anomalies that are uncommon on standard dimes. If you think you've got your hands on one of these valuable coins, it's important to have it professionally graded and authenticated. Only then can you truly understand its value in the market. In conclusion, while the 2021 P Mint Mark I dime might look like an ordinary dime at first glance, it's far from it. Its rarity, combined with a design error and pristine condition, can send its value soaring into the millions. If you're a collector or an investor, keep an eye out for these coins. They could very well be the key to unlocking a small fortune. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin-related content, and leave a comment if you've ever found a rare or valuable coin. We're going to dive into something truly exciting for coin collectors and enthusiasts. We're talking about the 2060 Mint Mark I dime coin, a rare piece of history that's worth a shocking $1.7 million. You heard that right, a dime worth that much money. Let's take a closer look at why this coin is so valuable and how it ended up being worth a fortune. Now, let's start by talking about the 2060 Mint Mark I dime. For most of us, a dime is a simple 10-cent coin, something we toss into our pockets or even forget about in the couch cushions. But not all dimes are created equal, especially when it comes to the 2060 Mint Mark I dime. This coin was produced by the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark on the reverse side. However, what makes it truly special is a rare error that occurred during production. Some of these dimes were struck with a unique flaw that makes them highly sought after by collectors. The 2060 Mint Mark I dime coins in question have an extremely rare and unique minting error. On some of these coins, there is a noticeable anomaly with the design on the reverse side. The error involves the misplacement or overlapping of certain elements of the coin's design. This mistake has made the coin an instant treasure for collectors and numismatists. In fact, only a small number of these coins were ever produced with the error, making them incredibly rare. And when it comes to rare coins, rarity is often what drives the value up. The more scarce the coin, the more collectors are willing to pay to add it to their collection. You may be wondering, how does a simple dime end up being worth a staggering $1.7 million? Well, rarity is only part of the equation. The 2060 Mint Mark I dime has become a valuable piece of history, and because of that, it has gained the attention of some of the most serious collectors and investors in the coin world. Coins with significant errors, especially ones that are as rare as this one, can fetch astronomical prices at auctions. The 2060 Mint Mark I dime is no exception. In fact, one such coin recently sold for an unbelievable $1.7 million. This sale has drawn attention from around the world, as it's not every day you see a dime worth that kind of money. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare dimes? Well, first off, it's essential to look for the D Mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. This indicates it was minted at the Denver Mint. Next, you'll want to carefully examine the coin for any signs of the error, particularly any unusual overlaps or misplacement of the design elements. If you come across a 2060 dime, don't just assume it's one of the rare ones. It's always a good idea to have it professionally appraised by a certified coin dealer or numismatist to confirm its value. Remember, just because it's a 2060 Mint Mark I dime doesn't automatically mean it's worth a fortune. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare dimes in your pocket change, you'll want to take action right away. The first step is to keep the coin in its original condition. Don't clean it, don't scratch it, and certainly don't spend it. Even a small scratch or cleaning can decrease the coin's value significantly. Once you have the coin, take it to a professional for an appraisal. If it turns out you have one of these rare error coins, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Some collectors have even sold their rare coins for millions of dollars, and you could be next. To wrap up, the 2060 Mint Mark I dime coin is an incredibly rare and valuable piece of history. With only a limited number of these error coins in circulation, it's no wonder that they fetch such high prices at auction. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes peeled for these hidden gems. If you find one, you could be holding on to a coin worth millions. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content about rare coins and other treasures. We're going to dive deep into one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world, the 1989 Mint Mark I dime. This small but mighty coin is worth a lot more than just its face value. In fact, it's worth millions of dollars. That's right, we're talking about a coin that can be valued up to $1.9 million, a true treasure for coin collectors and investors alike. So, what makes the 1989 Mint Mark dime so valuable? Let's break it down. First, let's understand what makes this coin unique. The 1989 dime was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is indicated by the P Mint mark. Normally, a dime is worth just 10 cents, But the 1989p dime is different due to a rare mistake that occurred during its production. The key to the coin's immense value lies in an error that took place during the minting process. It is a special variety known as the reverse proof dime. Essentially, the coin has an unusual finish that makes it stand out from other dimes. The reverse of the coin, which typically features the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, has a matte finish instead of the usual shiny one, while the obverse side, with the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, remains highly polished. This reverse proof effect is what sets the 1989p mint mark dime apart. However, not every 1989p dime is worth a fortune. It's only those that show the reverse proof finish that hold the incredible value of up to $1.9 million. This makes them extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about the rarity of this coin. Only a handful of these error coins were ever released into circulation, and even fewer have been preserved in mint condition. This means that if you happen to come across one of these coins in your collection, or even in your pocket change, you could be holding on to a small fortune. What's interesting is that the value of these coins continues to rise as more collectors become aware of their existence. With the growing interest in rare coins, especially those with errors, the price of the 1989p mint mark dime is expected to keep climbing. If you're lucky enough to find one, you may have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make a substantial profit. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 1989p dime? The key is to closely inspect the coin. Look for the matte finish on the reverse side, and compare it to a regular dime to spot the difference. If you find that your coin fits this description, it's time to have it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service. A certified coin will be much easier to sell and will fetch a higher price on the market. If you're looking to buy a 1989p mint mark dime, it's important to do your research and purchase from a reputable dealer. Be cautious of counterfeits, as with any rare coin, and ensure that the coin you're buying has been authenticated. In conclusion, the 1989p mint mark 1 dime is a highly valuable coin, with the potential to be worth up to $1.9 million. It's rare, it's unique, and it's a must-have for serious coin collectors. If you're lucky enough to own one, or if you ever come across one in your change, you could be holding on to a piece of numismatic history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on rare coins and their market value.